You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cat. Sounds not on. Hello, welcome to Decentrahype. My name is Hamilton, this is Chester, and today we're going to be jumping into the Bitcoin charts as well as any altcoins that you guys suggest. I hope you guys like the new layout so far. We've got some other stuff to show you as well, but production is going to be a lot better from now on. So let's jump in to the charts. And how's it going, Chester?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm still trying to get familiarized with the new setup. It's a bit different, but so apologies if anything goes wrong, guys. As I'm sure a lot of my community know that I've been running around Bangkok for the last week, so apologize, no content. But we're back, we're here, we're ready to go, and I'm gonna just jump straight in with a BTC update to start, right? Gonna be starting off on the we got it working, yeah. Gonna be starting off here on the hourly time frame here. Sorry.
Oh wait. Oh no, it is on. Yeah, carry on.
My screen, right? So yeah, starting off on the hourly, guys. As you can see, BTC is absolutely banging it up right now. Crazy stuff. Just cleared 22k as we were setting this up. Straight past. It's now 22,000, literally like 307. No, It's so distracting having it on the other screen as well. So I'm just gonna get rid of that because it's just like it's got a delay. But yeah, I'm just not gonna ignore that screen. But yeah, so anyway. 20,237 we were just at. Now dropped down to 20,215. But let's talk about chart patterns. Let's talk about where we could potentially be going from here. And let's get some sort of prediction. For me, personally, my opinion right now on the chart is this is absolutely filthy, okay? Absolutely filthy. After absolutely crashing down, breaking this parallel channel structure here, this range that we're playing in, completing measure moves, seeing a low get put in of around 18,400, not quite 17,600, but still a very considerable low, considering this dump, right? Considering this dump of breaking market structure. Now, after that, I really did not expect to come up and smash through the range that we were playing with before. We absolutely banged it, and now we're currently sat around 22k. So for me, to be honest, it's a bit too trappy, and I do think the whales are behind this right now. And also, I think the exchange reserve is going up as well, so that obviously means that people are holding less altcoins, which is actually bearish. So yeah, it's not looking good there. So I think right now, am I looking for longs? Probably not. Yes, we have had hash ribbons, and Hammy is going to go into that, but right now I'm pretty much staying away from this, right? Pretty much staying away from this because if it's a bit too good to be true, it probably is, right? Get everyone bullish, dump it down to the ground, and then yeah, basically liquidate as many longs as possible. So in terms of chart patterns, in terms of charting where we're at, you can see this humongous trend line coming down here. Let me jump up a time frame actually. Humongous trend line coming down here, which we're currently sat on, right? We're currently sat on this around this area. Are we all good?
Yeah, you've got the bottom of your chart's like flashing whenever you move it. It's really weird. Just try and move the chart, like drag it. Oh no,
it's on the stream.
It's stopped now. You can see, yeah, that was previously. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Anyway, sorry, yeah. It's a bit technical, right? We will get there, guys. We will get there. But you can see the level of resistance that we're working with here. This is literally where we're bang on right now. Obviously horrific because it is a giant descending triangle. Descending triangles they tend to usually carry on descending down, breaking down, right? So in terms of resistance, this is the area. We're literally sat bang on it, guys. We're literally sat bang on it right now. And you can see the last time that we did test this, literally like, what, 8 hours ago, something along the lines of that, we did see a horrific candle, okay? Horrific candle to the down. So look at this wick. Awful. So right now, where are we at? This is probably going to be some sort of doji style candle at this point, maybe around testing this zone as well. So I really probably wouldn't be jumping into longs as of yet. The area that we're looking for here is the volume weighted ATR band, the volume weighted average true range around 22,872. We are above all major moving averages. That is the level of support that is actually technically holding us up right now. We do have a rising wedge chart pattern. Rising wedges tend to usually break to the downside as well. But you can see, as I was saying a second ago, I'm not convinced by any of this. I'm really not. I do think we're going to be coming down fairly soon. But hey, I might be wrong. But yeah, volume weighted ATR band. Let's have a look at this and see the resistance from this area. As you can see, multiple areas that we have had resistance from this zone. And you can see also that trend line that I was talking about as well. It's not looking great, okay? It's not looking great. In terms of horizontals here, guys, you can see these horizontals that we've been playing with before in terms of levels of resistance here. We did actually smash through that recently, okay? So if we are going to come down quite rapidly, the area for a little probably micro bounce here for support is going to be between 21,887 and also 21,670. We do have the 10 simple moving average coming up to say hello as well at around 21,750, that sort of area. But overall moving averages far apart. I mean, it's pretty expected here after seeing such a massive move to the upside, right? So I would expect if we do come down to find some sort of support there and then just gradually break that. The next level of support in terms of a horizontal that we're going to be looking for again as well here, guys, is you can see these areas. You can see these areas here, and that is going to be sat around 20,000. 20,007. It just seems like yesterday we were down at around 18k, right? It's just out of nowhere. It's quite shocking, really, considering obviously I haven't really been on the charts like crazy as I've been in Bangkok for a week. But yeah, it's just been insane price action. Okay. But yeah, talking about, let's jump to the midterm time frame here for well, the 4 hour. We were just on the 4 hour, but let's get into some Fibonacci, some indicators, and see what I was looking at this morning. I was actually looking for this bearish divergence scenario coming through from here. Technically just about still valid, but if we see any more upwards momentum here in terms of the buying strength here for Bitcoin, then this will actually be invalid, okay? So just don't bank all your money on it right now, but it's definitely a thing we need to be looking out for there to get us an edge, right? In terms of Fibonacci retracement here, we do have the 0.382, which we're currently testing. Can VPVR go away for a second, please? It just hogs the chart, right? But yeah, so we're currently testing that, and that is sat around 22,263 as well. This is another reason why I think we're going to find some more resistance here, and probably why we found a heavy level of resistance there before as well. And you can see we are grinding that 10 simple up. We have had an EMA ribbon long signal, which is very interesting as well. And from there, if you did just blindly get into the EMA long signal, would not advise that at all. They're not the most reliable things in the world, but they are good to get a little bit of a confluence on a potential position, right? You're up around 4.2%. So yeah, interesting stuff there. But I would say overall, it is looking trappily bullish. It's looking bullish here on the micro, but it just looks it's scary. It's too trappy, right? So yeah, I wouldn't really be touching this with a barge pole. Yeah, that's probably what I would say about that. Do you want to jump in and do the longer term time frame, Hammy?
I can indeed. What I will say just before we continue, if you can figure out how to get this screen to 60 hertz from 80 hertz, I think it will fix the problem. Good luck.
Right.
Moving on to the daily. Wait, where's the webcam gone? Hang on.
The webcam's gone.
Hang on a second. This is carnage. Absolute carn dog. Let me see.
Apologies, guys. This is
Yeah, my webcam's disappeared. What is happening?
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. So let's just see if I can get Chester back here. Let's see. Little copy there, little pasty there. Whack him up there. We love to do it. There we go. Okay, cool. And then just put me on the other one as well. It's just quick technicals here. That's the wrong one. We're not going on a break. All right. I think we're good. I think we are good. Let's looking okay. Looking okay. So yeah, let's just jump into the chart here. Daily, again, we've got a new setup here. We are trying various things to make this more efficient, better production, faster systems going on. So yeah, it's a bit tricky, and there will be hiccups along the way, but you guys are here for the TA at the end of the day. So let's just jump in and talk about this. Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about here for the daily. One is hash ribbons, which I have unfortunately deleted. Let's get that back right now. So hash ribbons, this is completely free on TradingView if you want to get it. It's hash ribbons, Bitcoin beats. Just whack that onto your chart on a daily, and you will see that this is one of the most dominant indicators in the space right now. And just see how that's doing. Very, very, very good. I'm very impressed with this right now. Unbelievable, actually. I was not expecting it to be that high on a daily. So what we'll say with this thing is, yes, we did get this hash ribbons long signal. Fantastic stuff. Let's just zoom in, make that a little bit more easy to digest. We had this hash ribbons long signal. You guys remember this when we were talking about this the other week, and we said, hey, yes, this is typically a bullish sign. These usually go right 60 to 80% of the time, and more recently they've been like 100% of the time. They've only really gone wrong like before the 20k run, right? So that was years ago, 4 years plus ago or something, right? So yeah, if we are looking at this, we can say, hey, this is something that we had to be watching even after we broke this low. And we came down, we broke this low, we tested this 10 SMA. Everything good?
Yeah, good, good.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, we tested this 10 SMA. We had another little dump as well, and then it turned out that this was just a bear trap, and we absolutely monumentally pumped it towards the sky. So if I am looking at this right now and I'm saying, hey, where do I think Bitcoin could go here? What is the plan, and how will we adapt depending on what happens? I will go ahead and draw this back in. I think I have this better drawn in on Bitstamp actually. So we'll just head over to Bitstamp real quick and just get the right chart up. There we go, beautiful stuff. And we can actually see here, yeah, we had this beautiful parallel channel coming through. We got the long signal, we broke down from the channel, we almost completed our measure move, and this is why I'm slightly cautious in this area as well, because the measure move is actually down to 17.8. If we did get down there, that would be pretty brutal for a lot of people that are now long. What I'm looking for here to really initiate my long is basically a daily close above this area, right? So we talked about this on my channel the other day, I think it was like even 2 days ago now, where if we get above this trend line again and we get above this 55 EMA on a daily, then I am a lot more bullish. And we are above there, but we've opened a candle above it. Now we need to close this candle above it, and then I will be expecting potential uptrends to form from that point. But don't get me wrong, do not 150x long into this right now. It's not the time to do it, particularly for a long-term trade, because typically when we do smash through moving averages like this, we will come back down and retest them before continuation towards the sky if we want to go up. Just concluding on that hash ribbons point as well, guys, we can see that, well, previously when we get signals, if we do dip below it and it turns out to be a trap, usually after we get back above that long signal price, which was at 20,800, then yeah, typically we will go up from there. And again, it's not something that happens overnight. This is something that can take months, but we can often get really, really strong waves towards the upside. Oh, that is not what I wanted to drag. There we go. Yes, really, really strong waves towards the upside after coming down after one of these signals and then breaking that entry point, as you can see there, right? You can see another one here. Trap down 4% and then bang it up 13% for a take profit. Okay, just lots of examples of this working and getting a trap after this long signal. So if it is one of these scenarios, which I am leaning that way right now, it's something that we do not want to ignore. It's something that we need to be very, very vigilant of. Yes, we are in a bear market. Yes, people are scared right now, and there are big, big financial issues coming through right now. But even looking back to this run here, and this would be what I'd compare where we are right now, right? Between 20 and 30K after a huge dump where people thought we were just kind of in a pullback from a bull run, right? So yeah, we dropped from 6K here in 2018. We banged it down to 3K. We oscillated between 3 and 4K, much like we've been doing between 20, 25, 30K, that kind of area right now. And yes, we got a long signal on the hash ribbons. We came down, we trapped, and it does look eerily similar as well, doesn't it, right? So then after that, absolute monumental run here towards the sky. And then, as always, we take profit at the bull market barrier, in which there are huge gains to be made. So if I am looking at this right now and I'm saying, where are we in the run? We could actually still be going sideways for quite some time, which is why I'm expecting some kind of retest here of the moving averages at least, and then we'll see how this develops. But as of right now, if we are going to kind of tally up the potential gains of this thing and really get that FOMO going, let's just get rid of everything so we can see this a little bit better. There we go. Beautiful stuff. We'll even get rid of this. And you can see here, this is where we are right now, 20,300, and this is where we want to get to, 55K. 55K. And this run is important, okay? It is important. It's not going to be that steep, in my opinion. I think it will be some kind of grind up, right? Each cycle gets basically 1.2, 1.3% longer every time, from my experience, and from a lot of people that are reputable in the space. They do say this as well, right? Big math guys that come through and say this as well. So yes, if I am going to look at this, it will take a bit longer than people expect, but this is the way I'm leaning. I am leaning towards more of a bullish side. It will be absolutely confirmed for me if we break above 25K, but as of right now, again, I'm just looking for that daily close. I just want to make sure everything's good here. Yeah, just looking for that daily close above this trend line here at 21.8. If we don't do that, it's not the end of the world, but again, testing those moving averages as they come up here could be fantastic, and it could be something where we can build some serious structure off. The other thing I'm looking for here on the daily in terms of patterns is, well, the next pattern, right? So if we do come up, if we do come down and test this 10 SMA, we're going to make some kind of pattern in this area, pretty much guaranteed if we bounce off this 10 SMA. So what I'll be looking for on the shorter term time frames is, yes, a daily pattern to form like this, exactly like we did with this, and then play this down on the way down, right? And then looking for that pattern to break for a measure move in which we can make copious amounts of cash here. How's your setup looking, Chester? Did you figure out the 60 hertz?
No, didn't figure that out. But I figured that I didn't have my numbers very big on TradingView anyway, so you guys probably couldn't see my
Okay.
But yeah, I've changed that now. So I'd like to touch on the long term very briefly.
Okie dokie. Let me
over to that. And guys, if you've got some altcoin requests, make sure you smash them in the chat, and we'll get to them ASAP Rocky as soon as physically possible. I think it's gone.
It's gone.
We've lost it.
We've lost it.
We have lost it.
Let me see if I can get this back. It seems there is like 4 technically webcams going into the computer here, so
lucky it's
see how this goes.
PC.
Yeah, Chester's screen. Let's see if this goes. There we go. Just showed you a whole screen though. Fantastic stuff. No hacks, please. That'd be great. What are we looking at here? It's carnage. Absolute carnage.
Great stuff.
There we go. Right.
Right, and now my watch list needs to be dragged over, right?
Yeah, and then we are good, I think. Carnage out here. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great week so far. I'm seeing a lot of you guys in the chat. A lot of the regulars. Lauren, Bonez, Her Optimus, nice to see you back. The one and only Donna and LR as well. I hope you're all having fantastic days. And Chester, if you would like to kind of
continue with what I was going to go for. But yeah, as you can see on the screen there, Hammy, it's actually not letting me drag my watch list any further. So yeah, it just looks a bit terrible. But
okay, if you get rid of it, I might be able to shrink it to the right size.
We can work this out. But yeah, while you guys are sorry, apologies again for this little production hiccup. But yeah, we are trying to improve things. So yeah, bear with us a bit. But yeah, as Hammy was just saying there about the 55 EMA coming through on Bitstamp, I think it was. I'm looking at it on the Bybit chart right now, and as you can see, we actually haven't had that candle body close above it just yet. But real crucial area that I'm looking for here for this horizontal, you can see we've got a strong horizontal coming through from here. You can see the support, and you can also see the heavy levels of resistance. So what does that tell us? It tells us where we're coming up to now, which is going to be around 22,611. This is going to be a pretty strong area, guys. It's going to be a pretty strong area. If we can get a candle body close above it, and then we consolidate above it for a while, then that's going to be decent. That's going to be like a... Do you remember I used to say a Mount Everest climb, and we used to have a little base camp 1 consolidatory period?
Put it back on.
Sorry. Put it back on, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I can interrupt you now because our mics are actually really well synced. Okay. So there's no like delay or anything when we talk over each other. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can't drag it.
All right, let me. Here we go.
How does
teamwork? All right, yeah, drag it a little bit more to the left. And we're good to go.
Oh.
Let's get it.
Good to
All
go.
right.
Back in the game. Right. So what I'm looking for here, guys, is going to be the close above the 55 EMA there. On the Bybit chart, and also as you can see the VPVR coming through strong at the level of around 21,437. So if we do start to crash in any way, the catch point, the support, the price action channel area to bounce is going to be around 21,400, 21,500. And also we've got the 21 EMA coming up to say hello as well for support. So this is really the area, not that big, this is really the area that I'm looking for here for the resistance, for a potential higher low to be set here, because as you can see, we're breaking market structure coming through at the moment in terms of breaking lower highs. So if we are going to be coming down and setting a higher low and having continuation for this bullish momentum to the upside, then this is the area I'm looking for. And as I was just saying there about the Mount Everest climb, ideally, after pumping literally, what is it, 6-7 bullish candles in a row now for the daily, we need to see a base camp one. We need to see consolidation, or we're just going to jump off the cliff, right? We don't want to be doing that. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be climbing in a gradual, nice market structure trend, okay? So that's sort of what I'm looking for. But just to summarize, key areas there in terms of the horizontal is going to be these levels of support and this area of resistance, okay? And that is going to be a price of around 22,611. And I think that literally lines up pretty goddamn perfectly with the volume-weighted ATR band coming through here. It's different on all the charts now. Volume-weighted ATR band coming through at around 22,881. So this is sort of the area that we are looking for that resistance to be coming down and setting that dominant higher low. If we break that volume-weighted ATR band to the moon, we're going to be seriously thinking about some humongous long positions acting on the signal from the hash ribbons, right? Because we've been talking about this for quite a while, breaking that resistance to the upside with the hash ribbons. It's going to be looking pretty goddamn good. And then we can really start going into the rounded blue box zone and stuff again, right? And that's going to be a serious paper, guys. Serious paper. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for BTC for now. Do we want to do a bit of
Oh, that's why it's not working. I'm on the trade-off. I'm on Thursday night trade-off. This isn't the Thursday night trade-off, guys. You just had your password up or something. Here we go. All right, now we're good, I think.
What?
So if I had...
right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Normally we do this over like a Bitcoin, a Google Meets, so it's all on one screen and we can choose what we show. But I'm literally just recording Chester's screen, so we have to be careful what we put up here. But
It's all right. It'll all start out anyway. It's all
yeah,
good.
yeah, it's all good.
Cheers.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Miles, I did miss you. I didn't see
literally.
that. You are quite far away from me. You're like on the far screen, so apologies about that. Welcome to the stream, sir. And did you want to go into your
Yes.
metrics?
I think, is it up? Yeah, it's up now. Right. So Bitcoin all exchanges reserve, guys. We've seen this trending down for quite a while, and this is basically people moving their money from the exchanges into their like private wallets, right? And that's obviously very bearish, and it shows people are hodling Bitcoin very strongly. Now, what have we seen most recently with this? It's coming up. This is bearish, guys, okay? This is bearish. It's basically saying people are moving their money from trust wallets into the exchanges to potentially sell their Bitcoin, okay? And after seeing such a pretty strong downtrend from this for about a year, literally a year, and we're seeing a bit of upwards momentum here, it's slightly worrying, okay? Considering the price of Bitcoin as well, banging it up, it's not right. Something's wrong here, so just please be prepared for that. Also, I do want to touch on the estimated leverage ratio across all the exchanges. You can see this is just getting absolutely filthy. This is climbing to unfathomable levels right now. It just shows how many people are in leverage positions. And what does that tell you? It tells you that the whales are there ready to throw the price of Bitcoin up, down, left, side to side. I mean, me and Hamilton were discussing this, I think it was like a few days ago or so, maybe a week ago. We were discussing about when we were like first into Bitcoin and we were watching Bitcoin jump up and down literally like $5,000 a time, and it was absolutely crazy, and that was like pure strong manipulation from the whales, right? And we haven't really seen, yeah, we've seen a couple of thousand here and there, but we haven't really seen that much manipulation come through as recently compared to how volatile it used to be, okay? So with this climbing up pretty drastically, that's something that we could potentially be looking forward to in the future. But yeah, that's also funding rates are currently positive, guys. So you're going to be paid to hold your shorts. Interesting stuff as well, which is kind of expected just because obviously that humongous pump to the upside. You're going to actually be having to pay to hold your longs there. But just wanted to touch again on the Ethereum burn rate, because we do have the Ethereum merge coming through on the 15th of September. Very interesting stuff coming through. The one thing that I think that we need to be taking away from the Ethereum merge, it's not going to change the fees, guys. They're not going to be changing the fees for probably another year or so, okay? They're going to be changing the fees for probably another year. And also, the main reason they are doing this merge is to cut energy. They're going to be cutting the energy 99.95% or something absolutely crazy, right? So yeah, it's obviously going to make it very much more energy efficient, and we know that's obviously a very big problem in crypto at the moment. So that's the main reason why they're doing that merge. But the fees and stuff, they're not going to change at this time. Just to calculate on that, just to reiterate on that, really. And also, we need to be looking at the burn rate for Ethereum, because Ethereum, they are burning. They're currently burning Ethereum, which is going to be crazy for the price. I don't think it's going to be a massive supply shock or anything like that, but it's definitely something that we need to be looking out for. So, for example, in the last day, 854 Ethereum burn, equivalent to $1.5 million, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's all I really want to say about Ethereum. Should we do some altcoins, Hammy? Are you good for that?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. A bit of Altland. Why not? I think I saw. Was it Atom? One of you guys wanted? I've lost it now. You guys are speaking pretty fast. Can't read it. What we got here? Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining us, we do lots of analysis here. We're both traders. We've both been in the market a while. We're both very, very very profitable. Without tooting our
We
own
love
horn.
money.
We love money. It's all about the money here. Copious amounts of cash.
You know why we're here.
Here to make money.
We're here to make money. Cold, hard cash.
We have the same voice.
Excuse me. We have the same voice.
We have the same.
Anyway, let's do some altcoin requests, guys.
Alright.
Did you say you're going to do Atom, Hammy?
The highest I can see is Algo. So yeah, I think. Oh no, Flux. Yeah, sorry, I missed Miles again. We can do Flux, yeah. Cool. I will jump into that right now and see if all of this continues to work well. Even though it wasn't even a technical issue, it was literally me being an idiot. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Is Flux even like a real coin? Yeah, it's cool.
Pavilion.
Flux Pavilion. Old school.
For old school drum and bass.
Yeah.
Not drum and bass, dubstep.
Flashbacks to my festival days. All right.
Good stuff.
So, jumping into this, we can see actually, I have done this before. I think I did this the other week for you guys, right? We can see, yes, we do have a channel here that has played out the measure move perfectly here. After the measure move's played out, this is the time to kind of be taking your last bit of take profit and letting this thing go sideways for a bit. So that has actually happened. We have now coiled up. If you did get into this trade, it was actually a beautiful trade. I wasn't looking at this coin, to be brutally honest, but yeah, you can see here breaking highs. This would have been a fantastic trade if you got into it, right? Getting above the volume weighted ATR band, coming back down, breaking that high on the second attempt, and then just a beautiful trade for 13% towards the sky. So fantastic if you got into that. Let's take a look at this right now in terms of what's new, what's present. Get rid of all that old stuff, and let's check this out. It's looking a little bit wedgy to me, and there is actually a support here in line potentially over the future, right? In line with the 200 EMA and SMA here on the 4 hour. So if we are going to look at this right now, and we're going to draw the top side to this as well, there is going to be a measure move, and it's looking pretty nice indeed. Okay, copious amounts of cash coming through if this does want to play out towards the upside. So if we're going to draw the measure move towards the upside, assuming that the market does flip around a little bit more to the bullish side here, we can say, hey, if we can break this high, and I would actually say, hey, if we break 153, this kind of area where this pivot is anyway, right, we could probably say, hey, yes, this is a key area to be looking for a potential long, and the measure move on this one is even bigger than the previous move that we did just highlight, and this is just barbaric, 38% towards the sky if this does want to come through. Yeah, but we would have to be above this again 153 to get in there, and I would like to see that zigzag come through as well. Another thing to kind of give a bonus to this is if we get above this volume weighted ATR band for a trade, then that's going to be fantastic because it will become some kind of support coming through, and it'll be an area to watch to essentially say, hey, if we lose that after getting above this and into this long, then that would be the time to really kind of get out or keep your stop loss trailing up with that, right? not financial advice here, but this is basically how I would play it coming through. So that's cool. If we can look at this towards the downside, there will be a potential trade as well. Assuming this does kind of coil over here and take some time to get there, we'll just draw it like this for the sake of it. Yes, I would want to kind of figure out the same kind of position towards the downside. So again, getting below an important area like we were looking to get above that 153 area, right? If we were looking to get below here for a trade, it would basically be $1, right? Below the 200 EMA and SMA on the 4 hour, looking to come down to this pivot point at 92, and then looking for a percentage move here in that kind of drop if it does happen. It would also be a break of structure, obviously, because of this trend line. So yeah, I'd be looking to come down here. If we do come down, again, it's pretty neutral right now. The general summary of this coin right now, fairly neutral, above the 55 EMA, below the 10 the 7 SMA and the 21 EMA, and yeah, just resting in the price action channel. So if this does want to come up, cool, there will be a trade. You might have to wait a little bit for it, probably a week or two, right? And then towards the downside, kind of concluding on that, I would like to see this come down again, that zigzag coming through, testing this, coming up, retesting that 112 area on the trend line. If this does play out in this direction, right, it could just drop down now, and if it does drop down, you'd be looking at this kind of area anyway, right? So if it came down today, it would be more, it's still about the $1 area, but below this this 200 EMA, to say the least, right? So that's cool. Just going to check I'm not muted or anything. Cool. Good stuff. And yeah, basically, I'll be looking at $1 to be safe, because you've got these round numbers as well, right? $1 is going to be a key area where people start to buy. That buy pressure is going to start to come in. So yeah, I'd look for that zigzag down. And then as we break $1, as well as this low, wherever it may be, then I'll be looking for that 11% trade all the way down here. And just taking profit at any of these highs coming through as well would be the kind of trade I'm looking for, to say the least. But yeah, generally here on the 4 hour, I would say it's kind of neutral right now. I'd be watching Bitcoin, the mothership, to see what she does. And then, yeah, if it does turn out to be a nice little bull run, similar to the 14K run with Bitcoin we had before, then yeah, this would be something that does go up with it, and this would be something I'd be looking to take advantage of, to say the least, right? Also, just kind of building on that point, volume weighted ATR band here for Flux is kind of in between that measure move as well. So this would definitely be an area I want to be taking profit on the long side, right? So let's say we did get in at that 153 zone, or between 153 and 160 if we're being a little bit more cautious with it, right? We've also got this high here at 158. So yeah, breaking above that would be fantastic. And then taking profit at 182, yeah, that would be at least 18% as well. So don't be worried if we come down after that. It's quite likely that we do. But yeah, the measure move is all the way up for 37%. But you can still get 18, 20% here if you are smart with it and you look at that volume weighted ATR band. It's just gonna, why is that not deleting? Hello? All right, cool. So, hello. But yeah, that's what I would say here with this right now, and just generally the macro of it and how it's looking. This is a very, very nice looking chart right now. Okay. Previously, if you'd have asked me this in July, I would literally tell you, get away from this coin. It just goes down. What are you doing, mate? But right now, this is a very nice parabolic curve towards the sky. It's above a lot of the major moving, well, all of the major moving averages on the daily. So it's something that I would have a lot of faith in to continue this trend. One thing I'd watch out for, again, is this $1 zone. If we lose $1, it's quite likely to be a lower high, and then we just continue towards the ground. That's pretty much all I have to say on that one. And yeah, anything you want to do over there?
I'm pretty good to go with ADA. I saw I think, was it Mr. Miles? Mr. Good Sir, Mr. Miles? Yeah, I saw him put ADA in the chat, and I do like ADA. I've liked ADA for quite a while, so I'm going to go into ADA very briefly and just do a little bit of TA for you guys on there and look for the next potential position we could be looking for. It's not going to be the biggest thing in the world, but it's going to be a little cheeky scalp, okay? It's going to be a little cheeky scalp. So as you can see now, you can see my ADA chart. Current price is around 51 cents. I would say positive news, okay? Positive news, because we have just cleared a very, very, very crucial level of support. As you can see, we actually do find quite a lot of support on this area coming through. And this is this yellow line that I've just drawn in here, right? Granted, yes, there is resistance. It's going to be a horizontal that we're going to be using to our advantage. What I do want to touch on here, guys, is this upward sloping parallel channel on the 4 hour. If you guys want to copy this chart, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. You can see here that we do have the support on the lower side coming through, and also the resistance on the top side. What I would be looking for here, as it is a rising parallel channel, I'd ideally like to see a breakdown. That's the healthiest sort of move from a rising parallel channel. But what I'd like to see, if I'm scalping this asset right now as we're seeing BTC get so bullish, I'd be jumping down to the hourly here because it's looking pretty goddamn good. You can see we've got a potential bull flag coming through. These tend to usually break to the upside. It's around a 2.84% move. And as you can see, this area between the volume weighted ATR band and also major moving averages here, it's actually quite a cold area. No one lives there, okay? No one lives there.
Sorry. Normally you can't hear me laugh because I'm muted. Sorry.
It's quite a cold area. No one lives there.
No one lives there.
Yeah, so it's what I'm saying here is really got to work on this. It's an area that there's not a lot of pressure, right? There's not a lot of pressure in that area, so around 2.81% on the table to be taken. That's going to be the move to the upside there. Really throwing me off. And also, you can see the volume weighted ATR band coming up as well. And this is going to be a very, very nice area for us to be potentially getting into a nice little long. You can see we've got areas of resistance here for potential take profits. So that's going to be definitely a halfway point. I'm going to be looking for around 51.9, well, 51.9, okay? 51.9, use your brain. Yeah, 51.9 is going to be the halfway point I'm going to be looking for if I'm going to be getting into this long. But yeah, it's not looking too bad as well because we're going to be above all major moving averages, above the horizontal that we were just looking for. And also, it's absolutely fine for us to come up and test the top side of this chart pattern here. Not that. This chart pattern here on the 4 hour, okay? So yeah, it's looking pretty clean for a nice 2.84%. But I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not. So you can't go copy this trade. I don't have an economics degree.
I'm not.
Also,
Right?
I'm just not. I'm not. Also, volume is trending down quite nicely as well, guys. When volume trends down, it breaks out. We love a breakout. And this is obviously lining up with the breakout that we're looking for right now, okay? So that's what I would say about ADA. Looking pretty good in terms of a nice micro uptrend right now. Yeah, have you got anything to do, any other coins that you'd like to do, Hammy?
Yeah, I was going to check out Atom. I believe it was sent in from...
Nice.
Who was this? Lauren. Okay, so let's check this out. And yeah, if you are enjoying this so far, sponsored by Fanta, by the way. If you are enjoying this so far, then yeah, we'll be active in the comments section if you do have any questions for us as well. If you're watching this in the future, and also just let us know how you're doing in the chat. If you do have any trading questions, we're happy to answer them. I know there's a lot of stress in the markets right now. There's a lot of volatility, so that's what we're here for right now. As my landlord is messaging me, amazing. Okay, so yeah, coming through. Let's talk about Atom right now. Just check I'm on the right thing. Beautiful stuff. And yeah, there's a few things to talk about here, right? So we're on the daily so far. We've got some structure coming through. I've drawn this first line based on the most amount of correlative points around the lows here and these higher lows coming through. Overall, again, looking pretty bullish, looking pretty nice, similar to the last coin flux that I did. And yeah, this lower line is obviously the trap zone as we draw in with the wicks here. And we came down and we kind of closed the candle below there, or in that area anyway. But the wick did not go below the trap zone. So that would be your kind of idea that this potentially was a bear trap coming through. But yeah, this from this point has actually broken out above a lot of these highs that we've kind of made on the way down, which is actually a fantastic sign. I would expect a lot of volatility as we're seeing here over the past few days around this 200 EMA and SMA on the daily. If we break this high at 17.3, it's looking a bit better, and I would probably expect some kind of new pivot, kind of volatile consolidation in this area next. But yeah, I know some people will probably be thinking that this is some kind of symmetrical triangle. I would say no to that, and there's a few reasons why. Obviously, we do have this important resistance coming down. That is something that shouldn't be ignored, right? And we are below that currently. But to call this a symmetrical triangle, for me, in terms of validity and for a lot of traders out there, you have to kind of really balance out the hits on both sides of that, right? And that just hasn't happened here towards the upside. Obviously, we've been in a disgusting bear market, and this has obviously taken a massive hit due to that, okay? One thing I am seeing here is we did get some respect around this volume-weighted ATR band on the way down for the daily, which is important, right? Top side volume-weighted ATR band is currently in line with this low here, this last pivot that we tried to hold out on previously, but we did, in fact, lose that last time. So if we are going to look at this, then yeah, this is going to be a very, very key area to watch if we do continue this run up. Again, if Bitcoin wants to bang it, this would be a key area to watch for potentially getting in and riding that up here. So yeah, looking at about 21, 22 bucks here. to really initiate any significant long. I could try and draw some kind of wedge here as well, but it does seem like we've already broken out and we've already completed those measure moves as well. And if you did just want a kind of elaboration on that as well, you can see here, right? We broke out above this beautiful trend line coming through, and then we've completed that measure move by hitting the top side of that. So that trade is done. Again, we're kind of back into coiling up. We're back into an area where we could potentially go sideways for a little bit. So now is not the time to be banging in longs. Now is the time to be waiting for this to coil up, potentially make a new pattern, and then from that point, look for the breakouts from those patterns. One thing I would be watching here for sure, if we do just get rid of this real quick, and I'll even get rid of this because we're kind of we've done the moving averages, right? So if we are looking at this on the day now, we'll go down to the shorter time frames in a minute as well. But I'd be looking for some kind of parallel of some sort here. I know it's quite steep, but yeah, some kind of parallel, as you can see here. Yeah, that's actually fine. That's actually a fine pattern. I thought this was a little bit higher than it was or something. So yeah, this is actually a fine pattern. If we do want to kind of change the color of this so it's a little bit easier to see for you guys, we can see that essentially, yeah, we do have this channel coming through, two confirmed highs, two confirmed lows. So this would actually be a measure move in itself. But one thing I will say, and I'll just say this again, it's very steep right now. So some spillover to come down into the 14, yeah, the mid 14s here would make some sense to me, but it's not always the case, of course. So if we do break this high and we break this trend line over the next few kind of few days, right, then what I'd be expecting here is a potential move up to about 23, which what do you know is where we were looking at before, to potentially go bullish. So if this measure move does play out, fantastic stuff. Again, very, very steep. It's probably more likely to go down, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the rest of the market fares here. And yeah, this trade towards the downside, I'd probably avoid, to be honest. It's a break of structure, and yeah, there's trap zones here as well. It's just going to be extremely volatile, to say the least, if we do want to even attempt to trade here. So maybe a grid in this area, maybe. But yeah, if the market does want to topple, this is not an area I want to be trading too much anyway, right? In terms of the 4 hour, bringing it down here, yeah, actually some...
I've got a very nice bull flag on the 4 hour.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice. Around 5.61% to the upside.
Just take a look at that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Nice
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, yeah. Wow, that was quite slick, quite easy to do. That I'm quite impressed with the setup here.
Nice, good stuff.
But yeah, good test there, good test. But yeah, this does conveniently line up with the bigger pattern here on the daily in terms of these highs and lows, which is what you want to see. Okay, you don't want to see the 4 hour highs being massively outside the same patterns of the daily highs in those patterns as well, right? So this flag that you're kind of looking at right now, it's not typically something that I would personally trade, but in terms of wicks and stuff, this would be a pretty decent way to kind of get involved if this does want to break out above there. I would definitely be wary of this trend line coming down anyway. If you wanted to talk about that, you can. It's all good.
I don't mind really. I mean, you covered the sort of the macro side of things, and what I would say is, looking at your trend line the way that you have it coming down,
yeah,
you probably have it coming through the measure move that I've got anyway. So we definitely would be using that for a take profit coming through from there.
Yes.
Anyway, so that'd probably be around 16.47 anyway. So in terms of like actually getting a nice move in there before getting reversed on, it's probably around a 2.58%. So nothing too crazy, but yeah, it's still going to be a pattern trade that's there, still above major moving averages, still continuing the market structure trend that we've got. So I know you prefer like swing trading, right? I know you prefer your swing trades. So if it was the Thursday night trade-off, make sure you're here for that. We will be probably executing more stuff like this, right? This is sort of what we'd be looking for, just to really scout these markets. But again, it is on the 4 hours, so you've still got quite a bit of time. One thing that I would say,
the volume, yeah, as well, the volume weighted ATR band.
Yeah,
Didn't even touch on that.
that's the thing here. We have come above it really quite aggressively, and we haven't quite tested it as of yet, right? We haven't quite tested it as of yet on the 4 hour. So what I would say, usually after a massive move, we tend to come down, we tend to hit it, and then we bounce in terms of the support. So what I really would expect here for Atom is probably actually resistance from where we're at, coming down, actually getting a confirmed test on the lower side of this bull flag again, and then obviously hitting that volume weighted ATR and having that bounce of support off that as well. And then after that, that's where the safety, you've got the confirmation that you're going to have continuation of this trend bouncing off the volume weighted ATR band there. So then I would be looking for a breakout, pretty much the same price of where we are now, but it basically excludes the likelihood of being trapped out here. So yeah, just be prepared for that. And also, guys, there is a filthy wick here. is a filthy, filthy wick. This would be pretty much lining up perfectly with your trend line as well there, Hammy, if we were going to do something sort of parallel like that, right? So yeah, definitely a few things to be looking out for there, but just be cautious, I'd say. Just be cautious. But let's do some more requests, shall we? Let's have a little look. I see we've got a new viewer, and it's Big C. Nice to see you on the stream there, Big C. And you'd like a little BTC macro update. I see you're quite new to crypto, so I can jump to that quickly if that's cool with you, Hammy.
It's all good over here, bro.
Yeah, so I can jump to the little macro here for BTC. Obviously, we're in a filthy, filthy, horrific bear market. Let me just get rid of some of my indicators for you so it's a bit more visually appealing here. So yeah, as you can see, we are in this filthy, filthy bear market coming through from here. We are still technically setting lows here because we've just currently broken micro market structure here and came down and set a new low of around 18k, right? The current low for the bear market is 17,600, and that's going to be the Fibonacci swing low. If we're going to see a pump, okay, if we're going to see a pump like we did see before from this swing low, we can expect resistance on the Fibonacci retracement to 0.236. Let me get that over this side of the screen so you can see it. 0.236. That's going to be the area for resistance, okay? And that's going to be around 24,201. So I saw you saying in the chat, I'm scared I'm going to miss it. I'm scared I'm going to miss the run up. Relax. You've got plenty of time. We're not out of this bear market yet. We're not. There's going to be plenty of buying opportunities here for Bitcoin. So just try not to FOMO in. Yes, I can see how attractive it's looking after seeing 6 bullish candles in a row and the price jumping from 18,000 to 22k. Literally like a 4 or 5k jump. But the whales manipulate the price continuously. So I actually expect this to probably come back down, okay? So rest assured, you will get a better entry. And don't feel bad. There's going to be plenty more trades on the table for you to be looking out for there. In terms of moving averages right now, we are clearing minor ones, okay? We're clearing minor ones here. The 21 EMA, the price action channel, and also testing that 55. If we can get a candle body close above this 55 here on Bybit chart, I'd expect a test of this horizontal coming through at around 22,600. Then I really would expect resistance to the downside. I really would expect just a pretty colossal dump, right? I really would expect that. We can't just bang it up from here without setting a nice solid higher low. In terms of chart patterns as well, we do have this rising wedge. Rising wedges tend to usually break to the downside. As you can see, this is the measure move for that. We did break down, didn't complete the measure move here, didn't come all the way down to the swing low, but we banged it straight back up. So that's just another fine example of the whales watching everyone going short here and then banging it up before the measure move is completed there. I'm probably stopping out quite a few people there. So I probably would expect resistance to the downside to come through fairly shortly here, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. And as we know from September as well, September is notoriously a horrific month for Bitcoin. I remember your last birthday, Hamilton, when it was sat on your birthday and it was just absolutely, it was tanking down like 10k and stuff. Like it dropped like 10k in like a day or something like crazy. But yeah, that was quite entertaining. But yeah, September notoriously is a horrific month for crypto. So this is actually quite surprising, and a lot of people would have gone on that information because it's been bearish for the last like 3 years every September or something. So yeah, that's probably why they are throwing the price up. Just rest assured, you will get better entries. But yeah, the measure move down is still technically valid, and we can be using that again if we come back down and break this chart pattern for a potential short, and we will be below all major moving averages as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the macro BTC sort of summed up for you there. Just to summarize, just rest assured, we will come down. We're not out of the woods yet, and if we don't, you're still going to get, say if we carried on and broke the lower highs that we've got coming through here, you're still going to get a very nice move up from at least 30k to 50k. You'll make silly money in the bull run, rather than, you're better off, risk reward scenario, you're better off waiting for this whole scenario to play out and then getting in here and then riding that wave up, right? That's sort of the best option I would be looking for.
Long it.
Not a financial advisor at all, right? But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for BTC. Are we gonna do some more updates? How long we've been streaming? 48 minutes, guys. So yeah, that's we usually go for about around an hour, and we are here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night for a Thursday night trade-off where we go head to head with like $300. We spin these degenerate gambling wheels, and we have a great time. So yeah, if you want to tune into that, you're more than welcome to come and join us. And yeah, we do appreciate all the likes and the subs and all that juicy stuff as well. And also, if you are new to the communities, the link is in the description. You can join them. We're like a family. You see the comment section? It's like a crypto family that we've got there, and we're all continuously talking crypto in those chats. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come and join them. But yeah, do you want to do a request, Tammy?
I can indeed. What haven't we done?
What haven't we done? We've done Atom, we've done ADA, we've done Flux. I think Mr. Mars put a nice list in there.
Yeah. KDA, did you do that?
No, I didn't do Cadena. No, if you want to do that, yeah.
Okay. KDA. And yeah, if you are just a bit cautious about the markets right now, obviously everyone and their brother's uncle's dog twice removed is basically saying, hey, Bitcoin's done, right? As they did at 3K, as they did at $200, as they did at 20K, as we are now. It's just not true. Bitcoin is here, right? It's going to be here. Even if it does go down to like a grand, the reason why it's so good and why it's so fun to trade is because it's so volatile, right? That's what's so beautiful about the crypto space. It allows the everyday person to actually make money trading, right? If you're doing that in forex land or stock land, there are a lot of things you need to do in order to kind of get that ability to trade, and also a lot of things you have to kind of manage, like lot size and all of this stuff. A lot of things you need to understand. With crypto, it's buy, look at the number, and then try and get the gains, right? And it's a lot simpler to do it that way, and that's what's so attractive about it, right? And the beauty of crypto as well, it is a new technology. It will be around for a while, and hopefully it does dominate everything eventually, which is going to be great for us. But yeah, if you are a little bit cautious on the market, you're a bit scared, it's cool. We are literally here. We have 3 channels, right? So Hamilton of Crypto, Crypto Chester, and obviously Decentrahype, where you're watching right now, where we do put out frequent updates, basically telling you guys what we're doing in the markets, what trades we're looking for, and how we're planning to basically adapt as the market progresses. Not forecast it, but if it does this, we're going to do this and try and get this measure move, etc. Right? So yeah, it's all educational and entertainment as well. So if you are interested in that, that is cool, and feel free to stick around because we're all a very welcoming community, to say the least. I'm just auto charting right now. We're gonna look at this right now. We can see, yeah, a wedge did come through. This measurement it's actually not valid anymore. Just looking at this, we can see we banged it up here. I would say basically completed the measure move here. I mean, there's a little bit left to go. So yeah, we did that. We wicked into the measure move, and for me, wouldn't be a tradable thing right now in terms of like where it is in terms of structure and stuff like that. Yes, massively bullish, I would say, as everything else. It's probably a little bit behind the rest of the market when I'm looking at the rest of the market, and the dumps that have come down from it. I'd say this is kind of trying to play catch up right now, which can be a little bit daunting, particularly with supports and resistances. So personally, I wouldn't be trading this one, but in terms of investment, in terms of a project, again, I'm not too sure about how good this thing is. But you can see actually here that it has just gone down for a while. Pretty disgusting actually, and I'd be watching out for a giant descending triangle. If the market does flip towards the downside again, a giant descending triangle. Let me see if I can get this on a daily to make it a little bit more smooth. There we go, beautiful stuff. So yeah, on the daily here you can see, I just want to check the audio here, yeah, because I was trying to get me and Chester the same level. I think I was like way too loud compared to Chester before. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, giant descending triangle. This is actually a confirmed descending triangle. Does it mean we're gonna obliterate towards the ground? Absolutely. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't. But yeah, if the thing with crypto, with measure moves and patterns, the pattern doesn't dictate the direction. Okay, so many people say that it does. It doesn't, right? It is something to be watching, right, for sure. But trading as it breaks out from the pattern is going to be way more profitable than just, for example, seeing a descending triangle now and going, okay, it's clearly a descending triangle, I'm short, it's definitely going down, and then it just grinds up, completes this measure move, and you get liquidated, right? This is something that I see a lot of beginner traders doing, and it's not great. It's not great. So, yeah, if this does want to break out, there are a few things to watch here. There might not even be a trade here on the daily, just looking at this, because of this high. We'll see the percentage here. It is an altcoin. So, yeah, okay, no, I'm completely wrong there. It's 10% towards the upside if you do want to get that. So, again, looking at this high, saying, hey, yes, we've broken above a high. All we need is a daily close above there, or even a few 4-hour closes above there, and then we can look for a 10% gain towards the upside, completing the rest of this measure move. But just to be clear, guys, we haven't actually got and made this measure move yet. So if this thing did want to go like this, right, then the measure move would be technically slightly smaller here, in which the percentage would be slightly smaller, in which if that was the case, then it wouldn't be that profitable of a trade. You'd probably be looking at a few percent less, even if, yeah, I don't know, we don't even get above the high in that case. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for. So if it is a steep climb, and what I want to see here with a steep climb on a daily is to potentially make a high here first, right? Then we've got that confirmed measure move, okay? And then if we break out, there's two things you can do here. You can enter the trade here as we break this high, or you can get a bit more cautious cautious with it. With the previous trade we went for the 10%. So yeah, that would be the way I would play this right now. Let's bring this back down to the 4-hour and see if we can evaluate that a little bit. There's just so much on this chart right now. Let me just get rid of a lot of it. There we go. Beautiful stuff. So 4-hour, again, we're seeing a lot of these other coins here are pretty much testing or above this volume weighted ATR band here, right? Endless amounts of coins doing that right now. This is still in the middle of the range, right? So what does that tell you about this coin? I would say it's slightly weaker or behind, as we've just talked about, right? Behind a lot of the other coins. So definitely something I would be cautious on. But it could also mean that if it does want to catch up with the rest of the coins, the move could be a bit more violent towards the upside, which again is kind of what we want on the daily to kind of break out of this pattern anyway and get a bigger measure move and get more trades. So yeah, it's not the end of the day if this does pump, but it's not something that I would personally be trading towards the upside or the downside right now. You can see here actually on the hourly though, above the volume weighted ATR band, testing it from the upper side, which is good. A very, very aggressive, potentially reckless trader might actually look for a long here at 171. I will actually look at moving averages here to see where that is. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of in line with the 200 SMA here on the 4-hour. So maybe above 173 if you're looking to trade momentum and you know a lot about volume and you know a lot about just the way things behave like this. And let me just show you the breakout machine here to see if there's anything good there, right? So yeah, again, looking at momentum, you can say, hey, yes, volume is breaking out, we are good, we're in a trend, that's fantastic. And then you kind of compare it to previous pumps and the volume kind of in that sense, then you could probably get a good idea of how long this trend's going to last. A little bit more advanced compared to what I'm teaching right now, guys. So what I'll say here is if you know what you're doing, I'd probably be looking for something like that, riding this trend up, and then probably looking around 173 to be safe, just based on that 4-hour 200 SMA coming through, right? So yeah, that's how I would probably trade this towards the upside on the scalp side, and then just keeping my stop loss underneath this volume weighted ATR band. If we did want to ride that up, that would be something that could potentially be profitable if you know what you're doing anyway, right? So that's probably going to be it for KDA. And is that it for the stream, or is there something else you wanted to... Oh no, we've got 3 minutes. So yeah, what are you saying over there, Chester?
I'm saying that we need to. I've been sharing links about quite a few other coins and the Ethereum merge and stuff, but unfortunately my account is not. It's not able to share links in the chat. So
Really?
I've just been.
You're a mod.
I know. I don't know what's going on. We need to sort that out. But yeah, for next time, guys, what I was thinking while say we're doing different requests of coins, one of us could be doing a bit of research and then post a link for you guys to read up on it or something along the lines of that, right? I think that worked quite well. The sort of the structure of that, I think that'd be quite cool. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys. It's been quite a cool stream, and I hope you guys like the new structure with the chart prices and stuff like that. Been working pretty hard to get this all done, so yeah, hopefully it's running a bit smoothly. And now my camera is obviously a lot better because we're not running it through a live call, right?
Yeah.
We're running it into one PC, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be getting a lot better. We're still going to be working on advancements and loads of other stuff. We've got a lot of stuff coming through with Decentrahype, guys. It's just been a bit up in the air as I've been running around Bangkok for the last week trying to get visas sourced and stuff like that. I've got to go back again in like 2 weeks, so yeah, that's going to be another little hiccup. But apart from that, we are going to be back here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, as well as being on our channels like every day as well. And on my channel, we will be getting a BTC update in depth today, guys. Okay, so you can tune into that if you'd like to see a more in depth BTC update. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, I think. Anything you want to add on, Hammy?
I would just say if you are new or you're looking for a community to join ours. It's literally full of like thriving community of traders. They're all sharing their trades and helping each other improve in order to mutually make beautiful gains. Okay, copious amounts of cash. As well as that, we have another project that we are kind of setting up right now, which is called the New Money Network. You can see the logo in the top left here. Everything we do is going to be under this umbrella of the New Money Network, in kind of hopes that everything you guys do, if you can get profitable at trading and you can get kind of scaling your businesses or whatever, then we can all work together to kind of conquer the planet. That's kind of the plan anyway. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Join the community. It's actually our Discord for all of our channels now. So it's the Discord, it's New Money Network. Check it out. It's fantastic, and it's going to be big over the next few years, to say the least. So that's cool. And yeah, I believe that's it. Thanks for coming out, guys, as always. And yeah, feel free to come back on, what is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from us at Decentrahype.
See you later, guys. Hello. Oh, it is working. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. Juicy gains! Juicy gains!